Let's go.
It's day 4 of me living in my Honda Civic, so come spend the morning with me. Okay, rise and shine, guys. Kind of woke up at like 6 a.m. I had to go pee. I'm gonna try to chug this water and just kind of finish it, get my liquids in. But I did not have an ideal sleep because this fucking rain outside. I can't sleep with rain sounds. I can't do it. Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna finish this water and then I'll start going into the day. But till then, I'm gonna be right here doing nothing. And a car parked right behind me and just had his headlights on. Can't see me. You can't get the show. There's people parked behind me. Did they leave? No! No, they didn't! I'm just gonna stay here. Okay, well, they're not gone, but I just have no shame anymore. So I'm gonna just put on this t-shirt and stuff and just get something on. And then I'm gonna go to the front and I'm gonna drive to my other spot so I can peacefully get ready. I'll see you guys when I move to my front room. We made it to the front. I'm absolutely cranking the heat because it is freezing cold and it's raining. You guys are gonna be like, why are you in a t-shirt? My hoodies are in my suitcase and I don't want to walk outside to pull out my suitcase and open that. So I'm just gonna blast the heat. My plan is I'm gonna go get a coffee, blast some music on the way there, and then I'll like set up and then just quickly rip through my makeup. But time to blast music. There was no music being played. The Tim's.
All right, man. We not here for the vlog. We want to hear, why are you there? Why are you there?
Okay. Stop. Drive away. Every time I looked up and I'm like, ugh, stop. I'm currently in the section for water.
Obviously, we may not get the answer. We may not get the reason why she's living in her car, you know, but I will leave her TikTok username in the description down below. Shout out to the creator. But I definitely would not want to live like this in order for me to save money. I'd rather struggle financially and find a roommate or move back in with family if that's possible and find a way. But there ain't no way, especially if I was a woman. Like, I feel like, sadly, women are more targeted. And I don't even feel that's probably statistically true somewhere, but there's just no way. No way, unless I had to. Let me know in the comment section down below. What are you willing to put up with? Would you live in your car in order for you to not pay rent? Or would you decrease your living expenses? Because if you don't pay your rent, you're going to be put out anyways. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's go.
So it's been 7 days since I've been living in my car. I fled an abusive relationship that I'm not going back to. And I'm in a city where I have no family and I refuse to go back home and live with either my mom or my dad or my grandparents. I'm gonna make this shit work, Patch. We gonna get through this shit together. But I am surprisingly doing so good. Like, I'm pretty sure it's because I have God on my side and I know that God is leading me. Like, I'm literally following this divine light. I'm not doing anything on my own because God is good and I listen to him. But anyway, I feel so peaceful, right? And so free. And I know most of it is because I'm no longer stuck with that man. And I wasn't even stuck with him. I think I was just doing it out of necessity. I was just staying with him out of necessity. But this ain't about that. This is about living in my car. So I've learned so many different things living in my car. And like just different tips and tricks and hacks. And I know this isn't like that video. I don't want people to refer to this video as like a tip. Like tips on what to do when you live in your car. But I got a few. All right, so I got these window covers from Amazon. And they like completely black out from the outside. Super dope, and it keeps it cool in here. I got a generator it has outlets and lights and shit, and I bought my fan to keep me cool so I can plug it into my generator. I charge it. I normally charge it like I'll go to like if I go research at the library, because like I go to the library a lot, or if I go to like a cafe, because I teach Black history on my other page, so like I'll go and like study in places or whatever. And this is even before I was homeless. Essentially, I would go to like cafes, but now when I go, I bring my generator with me and I just charge it there. I'll be there for like maybe 2-3 hours or whatever. So yeah, I got my generator. You want a generator, bitch. Okay. And then normally, because like you have to sleep in places like I don't know, fucking Harbor Freight or Home Depot or Flying J, you have to sleep in places where it's like lights outside. So this is going to be bright back here. So you want to get something to cover this too. I got a blanket to cover this. A gym membership. Get a gym membership for many reasons. Get a gym membership. Not just to stay in shape, but to shower, brush your teeth, have somewhere to use the bathroom.
It's a lot, but I definitely feel for her, because if she was in a toxic relationship where it was getting abusive, then more power to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't advocate for that at all. You know what I'm saying? As a man, like, that don't make no sense. Now, her not going back to family, not sure why. Maybe her family won't accept her, but I will leave her, her social media in the description down below. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you ever been in a position like this to where you didn't want to move in with family? Do you know somebody who, was living in a car? It's a lot, bro. Like, I couldn't do it. I'm not even going to say I think I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, it ain't as simple as me taking a nap in my car, waking up, and then, doing whatever throughout the day. It's like, bro, I mean, I can get the whole gym thing, showering at the gym and everything, and maybe brushing my teeth in the gym, but like, going to different parking lots, making sure you ain't getting robbed, bruh. Whew. You gotta have some grit. You gotta have some grit to be doing that in a car, man.
Welcome to a day in the life as someone living in their car. We kind of start bright and early, try to wake up around 6 in the morning to 7. And these are my shoes that are just outside. This is what my car looks like in the morning. Freaking Snorlax, badass, still sleeping. I tidy up a bit and then I just get ready in the car. I've been doing this for about a month now, and I think that I'm barely finally learning to accept what it happened. It wasn't a decision that I planned on making, but it was something that I knew was bound to happen sooner or later. But regardless, I guess it was my decision at the end. It's still something that I'm adjusting to, but something that I am a lot more comfortable with. Okay, next is the gym, and we enjoy some music on our way there. The gym is also something I've been slacking, but today is quad. And here, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't even stand up. I had a short workout because I wasn't feeling it. So next is the shower. And I don't know about y'all gyms, but my gym's water is cold as a fuck. Y'all, I'm homeless and it shows, because this is exactly what it looked like walking out of the gym. This day was a really good day, so I took my breakfast out and sat at a park bench. But these pancakes... Anyways, there was mad people at the park, so instead I went inside the car and did my nails. Can you guess the color? Yup, black like my soul. Today I worked, so right before that I went to fill up my water jug.
Bro, what is she doing with a Benz, bro? What is she doing with a Benz? Like, what put her in this position, bro? Some of the stuff on the internet just be confusing as hell. It's like living in your car in a Mercedes Benz. What do you think happened? If you know this creator, right? Let me know in the comment section. What do you think happened? That just threw me off. I'm like, okay. It looked like she got a handle on things. You know what I'm saying? Like, she been out there for a month. It don't sound like she's, tripping too much about it. Getting stalked. Maybe she leaving that out. Maybe we haven't even gotten there yet. But what is she doing in a big body Benz? Bro. What do people be doing, bro? Like, I need to know. I need somebody in the comment section to let me know. And do you know this creator? What the hell?
Hey guys, I'm Jack and I live out of my car, and I get a lot of comments wondering as to why I'm living out of my car and what my story of what brought me here. Honestly, I've shared this story before. This is the shortened version of the story of why I'm homeless and why I'm continuing to be living out of my car. It was just a bunch of unfortunate events that happened back to back. I was living at home with my mom at the time. However, those apartments were very old and not taken care of, so they collapsed and then they kicked us out. The landlord that bought them provided us with the hotel room for all of us to live in. As you can imagine, 8 people in one room did not work out well. A month after that, I was in an accident and my car got totaled, and I had no means of transportation for my son and I. And there was absolutely no way that I could get him to school and back and to my job. Dad and I made the decision that he was gonna go live with him. His father lives 2 hours away. I couldn't see my son because I didn't have a car. There was no way that I can travel to see him, and my mental state was deteriorating little by little. I acquired quite a bit of debt because I would use my credit card for everything that my son wanted, everything that I may needed. After I lost my job, and that was a whole nother issue because I lost my main source of income and there was just like nothing that I can really do. For whatever reason, I couldn't find a job. Besides the family problems that were going on as well, I just didn't have any money. I knew that there was no way that I can continue paying rent, and I made the decision to live out of my car. Honestly, wanted to get any job that I could, and I started applying everywhere, and I got a job in a whole different city. Honestly, that job kickstarted everything that I needed it to kickstart. Now, I'm choosing to live out of my car, not only finish paying off my debt, but to also save money to be able to get an apartment for my son and I. Because a lot of people think for some reason that I abandoned my son. You can judge all you want, but I never abandoned my son, and I'm never going to. Now, I'm giving myself a 4-month goal. So by the end of this year, I am hoping that I reach my, and I will. I know I am. If you guys want to be part of my journey, that would be so.
Oh, that's gotta be tough, bro. That's gotta be tough. One of the biggest things that I heard her explain was that, her son, she sent her son to stay with with the father. And I'm just wondering, like, what caused them to break up. And I'm a little bit nosy because I'm like, yo, you created a child, bro. I'm not for bringing no child into no financial struggle, bro. The child ain't asked to be there. And don't get me wrong, life happens. You know what I'm saying? But at least the father is there. But it's like, bro, like if y'all was like living in the same spot, 2 incomes coming in, somebody lost their income, like maybe somebody could have helped because y'all on the same team. But it sounds like she gonna get her stuff together, especially because she said she decided to stay and live in her car, pay off debt, save up money to get an apartment. It don't sound like she abandoned her child, but it's so sad how you can hear like families, they get broken up, and then it's like either or both parents can be financially struggling, and it's like, bro, what is the point of unless it was some crazy situation where they had to split up. It's like, bro, it's hard out here in these streets, man. I can't, like, I'm 27 years old, bro. I'm not creating no kid to come in no financial struggle. That's all I got to say about it. It's just not happening. I'm not allowing that to happen because I'm in control of that. Me, as a man.
I think that people are embarrassed about being homeless, but I look at it from an energy perspective, right? When I had that house, I had all of these bills right here. I'm gonna sit them up here, you know what I'm saying? And they all were fluctuating, you know what I'm saying, in between 200 and 350. You feel me? And it's like me being by myself, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't handle it all, you feel me? And the people that I had in the house with me, they handled their part partially, you know what I'm saying? But the stress that the management company put on us, making us pay more money, extra money, for 3 months had me paying an extra $550. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was just actually it was $450. That was just too much. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm, not having to pay all that, I got a car that I own. I don't pay a note. It's in my name. I just got car insurance. My car insurance, I went all the way down to liability to the point where my car insurance is like $70 now. You know what I'm saying? I got a phone bill. My phone is with Cricket. You feel me? My phone bill is $50, So really, that's all the bills I got. And, I'm getting my CDL was taken from me when I had a car accident. You can see down in my post that I had a car accident in my BMW. And I almost died. But in that situation, I learned that I had been driving without a CDL for the longest, because when I moved to Indiana and got an ID, they surrendered my Georgia CDL license. So I didn't even know I was driving without a CDL until I got into that car accident and got a ticket for not having a license. I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I had never even thought that that would be a thing, to just get an ID and they surrender your license without telling you. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
I think bro was living above his means, bro. I don't think he had a savings account. Like when he showed his expenses, right? Let me see if I can zoom in. When he showed his expenses, rent was $2,000, late fee $200, gas leak $250. So I'm guessing that's where the $450 came from. A late fee and a gas leak. First of all, the late fee on what? On rent? I'm thinking that's rent because I mean, like, I've been late on rent before, and they charged, or they, you know, maybe 10% of what I owed. That's close to 10% of what his rent is. But anyways, $200. That honestly, a late fee. Like if you pay your bills on time and you manage your money well and you're making enough money and not living above your means, and you're able to pay your bills and you don't have a late fee. $250 for the gas leak. About, let's say at the highest, $210 for gas, $300 for water. Lights is $400. He was at a house. He was at a house. I ain't getting no house, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody say, bro. Water and lights and gas. Done. I'm out, bro. That $400, $700, $900. He's almost paying $1,000 for utilities a month. Not happening. Not happening at an apartment. I'm not arguing with nobody, bro. It's just not wise to get a house unless you can pay that thing off in cash. Yeah, people flex. Oh, I own it. No, you don't. The bank can take it away if you don't pay your property taxes. That's after you pay it off. And if you miss payments while you're making payments to pay off the loan, they can take it back as well. It's not yours. They make it seem like it's yours. It ain't yours. Again, even after you finish paying it off, you don't pay your property taxes, done. Cooked. What is there to argue about? People be having to do renovations, get new roofs, get new floors, get bigger furniture, cut the grass. That not only costs money because you got to buy gasoline, you got to buy a lawnmower, or you got to hire somebody to cut grass. But you also, like, if you don't hire somebody to cut grass, then you're also spending your time, something that you'll never get back, to cut the grass. I'm good, bro. I'm good. We're not even talking about HOA fees. I'm good on buying a house. I'm good on buying a house. That's a lie. It's an American dream lie. The house that I'm going to own is going to be the house that somebody else is living in and I'm making passive income from. It's really no point for me to get a house and stay in it because I own it. And people be saying, you know, rent is expensive. Okay, cool. Everything is expensive, bro. I mean, where are you running from? You gonna live in your car? Or you gonna live in a house or an apartment? You gotta choose. You gotta pick your poison. My boy right here living in his car. Seem like he chilling. Cool. I'm not mad at him, but I'm not paying them type of. I'm not paying them type of bills, bro. Just to call something my own and be able to do what I want in the house and stuff. I'm good, bro. I don't be having wild parties. I don't care about decorating no walls, painting no walls. I don't care about none of that. Not right now.
Hey guys, I'm here right now in my car. This is my reality now. I moved into my car by choice, not because, you know, I was kicked out or anything. It really was by choice. And I don't regret it at all because I've been doing it for a week already. And so far, I really do love it. The only thing that I can complain about is, you know, it's adjusting to it. But overall, you know, this is all a big transition for me. I never thought in a million years that I would live in my car, but I'm glad that I took the risk and I did it because I'm learning so much. I feel like God put me in this position to learn, to help me learn my strengths and my weaknesses, the things that I have been avoiding to heal, and the things that I still need to heal. And I know sometimes I say, like, I don't think I'm gonna find love, but it's not that I'm not gonna find love. It's that I have to be able to receive love. I have to be able to heal to receive a divine love. And now that I feel a lot better and I feel more like myself, I remember these things. When I'm in the dark, I go through a stage of confusion. I go through psychosis, confusion, mental illness, anxiety, depression. I get angry, paranoid. Like I start losing my mind. And it's hard to see the light when you're in the dark and you can't see anything but the dark. And then you start to hear voices and you see your demons and you start getting all these visions, and things just start coming up again that I needed, pretty much to purge. I think that the reason why all this had to happen is because I needed to reconnect with Mother Earth. The stronger I become, the more that I'm going to be able to take on more darkness.
All right, at first I thought she was talking about God. We're not about to talk about all that, but it sounds like she needs solitude, some separation. My question is, at what cost? That's tough though. Like, she live in her car to get some solitude and regather herself, is what it sounds like. What do you think? Because I think sometimes meditating, clearing your environment, focusing on being grateful can bring you the same type of elevation, the same type of gratefulness, the same type of spirituality. I do it with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jesus, shout out to God, the Most High.
This is a day in the life of a 25-year-old who lives in a car with his wife. We both had work today, so we got up and started our morning routine by taking our window covers down, moving all of our bags around, and brushing our teeth. I dropped Kayla off at work and then I drove to my job. We both had the same hours today, so I picked up Kayla from work for our lunch break, and we first stopped at a gas station to heat up some leftovers. Then we went to the post office so that I could pick up a package from our P.O. box. I ordered a Chessa head mount so that I could get cool POV shots like this. We then went to find a spot so that we could sit and eat our lunch together. After eating, Kayla dropped me off at my job since it was closer. We both got off at 7 p.m. tonight, so Kayla picked me up and we headed to Walmart to get some things for dinner. We decided we wanted some steak, grilled onions, and potatoes. We got to the park and started to unpack everything to begin cooking. One of the things that I missed and definitely took for granted in our apartment was obviously the convenience of cooking and everything else, but it's the ability to get home from work and just sit on our couch for a bit just to relax. We're constantly on the move for every simple task that we have for the day, and we don't get to relax until we get in the car for bed. Kayla absolutely killed it on the steaks, and we decided to just watch some YouTube while we ate our food. Once we were done, I did some dishes, and then we packed up the car so we could head to the gym. A lot of you ask about how we shower, so we have a gym membership that is open 24/7, so it makes it really easy for us to get a workout in, then shower before bed. Once we finished, we headed to a park that we're going to stay at tonight. We were so happy to see that it was 60 degrees out tonight because we have had a lot of hot nights in the car. We went through our nightly routine that usually takes less than 10 minutes. I tried using my new head mount for cool POV shots, but of course my phone was out of focus. We put up our window covers and then moved our bags from the trunk to the passenger seat. Then we were finally able to get in the car and get some rest. That's a typical day of what it's like to live in.
I actually like this one. Hell no, I wouldn't do it. But this is the definition of choose your hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is hard. Paying bills and working a job and making a living can be hard. And you got to choose your hard. They chose their hard. Live in a house. Live in a car. Drive each other to work. Cook steaks in a public park. Them steaks did look good. But it ain't happening. I think bro was cutting up potatoes in the bathroom or something. I don't know. Couldn't be me though. I choose the hard where I'm going to work harder on something that can give me leverage to make more money. Because at the end of the day, most people they just don't want to make more money. And that's cool. There's always going to be us who are going to learn ways to make more money. Choose your hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can win on both sides. This is literally a testimony. Shout out to the people who don't want to make more money. I don't mean that in no sarcastic way. Okay, maybe I did. Anyways, if you like these type of videos, definitely make sure you subscribe and watch this video next, because you're going to love what's actually in topic and what's going on in the economy in today's world. I'll see you in that next video. I'm out.